I am your host, Qurrat Ann Kadwani. Also, I go by Q, as most of you know, right? Can I hear it from me? Can you give it up for me? Now you all are understanding how the night's gonna go, right? I want to hear a lot of applause. I want to hear some love for the musicians and for the amazing talent that we have coming up. So what I want to see and hear, I want to hear your loudest round of applause right now. Let me hear it. And that's really how it needs to go all night long, okay? So you all can find me all over social media if you're not on my pages already, which is probably very doubtful. But I'm at They Call Me Q Show on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter. I'm also on Facebook as Q Kadwani. If you don't know, just find me from one of your friends. That'll be fine too. In any case, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Left Field Bar NYC, for giving us the use of this beautiful space. Let's give it up. Dorian, our sound tech, thank you so much for helping us throughout the evening. I want to thank Lend a Hand India, International Women Artist Salon, Working Actors Studio, India.com for a beautiful interview. If you haven't read it, please do. It talks about the effects suicide has on the South Asian community and why there is such a stigma attached to mental illness and getting treatment. I want to thank Norman Ding Photography, as well as Ronald Cross Videography for the video that we'll be watching it soon, and especially an anonymous donor who has made tonight possible. Let's give it up for everybody here tonight. I want to also thank Andrea Parker, who's doing the ticketing from New York City Volunteers Meetup. Thank you so much. It is really due to all of you guys for coming out here tonight, buying tickets, giving donations, that really honestly warms my heart and proves to me that while this is only my second year producing this event, that I really need to keep going and make this truly an annual event every year. So give yourselves another round of applause, please. So last week, a bunch of the musicians, not all of them, but a few of them, we got together and we created a promo video, and I wanted to show it right now. Are you guys ready? Yeah! Okay.
Hi, I'm Qurrat Ann Kadwani, and I'm the producer and the host of Echoes of Love, a suicide prevention fundraiser with music. Last year in 2014, I decided to produce this event because I've lost a few people in my life to suicide, and I was thinking about how I could give back to the community and spread awareness. And I realized that I wanted to use music as an outlet, because music has this transformational power to heal people and to just spread love and forgiveness as well.
This suicide prevention show, Echoes of Love, is so important to me because when I was 15, I lost my best friend to suicide, and it's something that you never fully recover from. I feel like a lot of people who are still living lose a lot when somebody takes their life, and it's something that needs to be talked about because it's not talked about enough.
Why music is important is because it touches your soul. It makes you appreciate the life that you have. Anytime you hear the right kind of music, it makes you move. And that movement is a response. It's a reaction to something that you're really enjoying. It's that appreciation for life in itself.
The fundraiser is important to me because I try to kill myself, and we can help you. We can take you out of this black hole, and I find hope in music. That's why music is important to me. That's why I've become a great performer.
The issue of suicide is universal. It does not discriminate. It affects people no matter what race, ethnicity, location, or your socioeconomic background.
The reason why music is important because I feel like it gives you an outlet to talk to. An outlet to talk to other people. You may not always have somebody else to talk to, but you could, write. And it's basically like having therapy with yourself, talking to yourself. Put words on the paper. When you get into the studio, you record in the microphone. You speak, you put it out there to the public, whether YouTube, Bandcamp, any of the websites. And I feel like when you do things like that, it basically lets people know, hey, I relate to you, I'm going through things too. People hear you, they relate, they reach out to you, and that's good to help you basically get through your day.
From my personal experience, when I lost my cousin at the end of high school, it was really hard for me to talk about with my friends and my family, and I essentially went through it alone because I didn't know how to talk about it.
This fundraiser is important to me because I lost my brother to suicide. It completely changed me and my entire family, and anything I can do to help matters.
Why music for the fundraiser? Music can help you heal. It can help you express emotions that you're afraid to express, that you're embarrassed of, and it can help you feel that you are not alone. You can find out more about Echoes of Love, a fundraiser for suicide prevention, which is happening on April 8th at Left Field Bar in NYC on Ludlow Street. All you have to do is go to Echoes of Love 2 on Eventbrite and get your tickets and help a great cause. And check out some really great musicians.
Thank you to Ronald Cross Videography, and thank you to the musicians to share their personal stories. You know, it's so inspiring to me. So thank you again for watching. I wanted to give you all some basic facts. An American dies by suicide every 13 seconds. In the world, it's every 40 seconds. Americans attempt suicide 1 million times annually. 90% of those have a diagnosable psychiatric disorder. For every woman who dies by suicide, 4 men die by suicide. But women are 3 times more likely to attempt it. Over 40,000 Americans die by suicide every year. Worldwide, it's 1 million people every year. It's the second leading cause of death for the ages 10 to 24. It's the 5th leading cause of death for ages 45 to 59. In the US, suicide rates are the highest during the spring. Depression that is untreated, undiagnosed, or ineffectively treated is the #1 cause of suicide. And all these statistics are from the Center for Disease Control, and they're also on the website for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, where most of the proceeds from this event are going to tonight. So thank you again for being here tonight and helping us to spread awareness. A friend asked me, how do you prevent suicide? And we were at dinner, and she said, I'm not trying to be funny, I'm really asking you. And I said, you know, actually it's a valid question, and I thank you for asking it. The answer is through awareness. When we can talk about suicide openly, when we can talk about mental illness, bullying, and the stigmas attached to getting psychiatric treatment, we can begin to make people feel better and slowly but surely change the world. Throughout the course of this night, I will be speaking about ways in which we can all help a suicidal person, the myths associated with suicide, and actions we can take to prevent suicide. Guys, the lineup of musicians is exquisite. This year, when I put out a call for musicians for this event, I got so many people tagging their friends on my Facebook posts. I got so many people emailing me. And I realized that most of the musicians have a personal connection to the cause. As you saw in the video, they have either felt suicidal or known someone who have committed suicide. And I thought, this is so amazing that we can come together to heal, forgive, and remember. I personally have lost a very good friend in high school to suicide. And then 4 years later, when I was 21, I lost a relative to suicide. I know firsthand the feelings that are associated, the deep sorrow, the guilt, the anger, and the helplessness. We can be there for each other, and we can try to prevent it from happening again. They say that when somebody commits suicide, 6 other people are affected. If you think about the statistics, I can't ever say that word, that I just talked about, if 1 million people annually worldwide commit suicide, that's 6 million people who are being affected. Tonight, though, is also about a celebration of life. We must enjoy every moment. Every person who enters our lives is special, and we must recognize that we are all important and beautiful. With that said, I'd like to introduce our first performer, the band Andefekt. Let's give it up.
Because I can't believe
lastly, the special guest of tonight. Bianca Silva is a Brazilian singer and dancer. She's been performing for 15 years all over South America and the US. And trust me, she's young. She started young. She was a ballet dancer for American Ballet Theater and Miami City Ballet. She's performed in musicals as a triple threat, which is singing, dancing, and acting. She performed samba and belly dance at events all over New York City. And now she's going to grace you with her opera talent. Guys, I'm all about social media, so take your phones out, take pictures throughout the night. You can tweet, Instagram, Facebook Bianca throughout the night at Bianca Performer. Give it up for Bianca. For Bianca! I told you the musicians were going to be talented, didn't I? Amazing. I got to tell you that when the musicians submitted to me, I listened to every single track on the album that they sent me. And I had it on repeat because I was so moved. I was so impressed and so amazed that they wanted to be a part of this event. And I'm just so excited, you guys, that you all are here tonight. Thank you so much. Truly, honestly. Right now I want to talk about some falsehoods about suicide. These are really important tips. False. People who talk about suicide won't really do it. Almost everyone who commits or attempts suicide has given some clue or warning. Do not ignore suicide threats. Statements like, "You'll be sorry when I'm dead," "I can't see any way out," no matter how casually or jokingly said, may indicate serious suicidal feelings. Another statement is, "I should never have been born." Now you guys are going to yell it out, true or false. Anyone who tries to kill him or herself must be crazy. False. Most suicidal people are not psychotic or insane. They must be upset, grief-stricken, depressed, or despairing. But extreme distress and emotional pain are not necessarily signs of mental illness. Yell out, true or false. If a person is determined to kill him or herself, nothing is going to stop them. Even the most severely depressed person has mixed feelings about death, wavering until the very last moment between wanting to live and wanting to die. Most suicidal people do not want death. They want the pain to stop. The impulse to end it all, however overpowering, does not last forever. Yell it out, true or false. People who commit suicide are people who are unwilling to seek help. Studies of suicide victims have shown that more than half had sought medical help in the 6 months prior to their deaths. True or false? Talking about suicide may give someone the idea. You don't give a suicidal person morbid ideas by talking about suicide. The opposite is true. Bringing up the subject of suicide and discussing it openly is one of the most helpful things you can do. Right now, I want to introduce our next performer. Are you all ready?
Yeah!
Access Immortal.
Yeah!
Is a photographer, director, and a hip-hop artist. You can take out your cameras, you can Instagram or tweet him at 718Burke, and you can find him on Bandcamp, where he has all of his songs on there. Are you guys ready for Access?
Yeah!
This is for everybody out there that ever grew up feeling like they weren't important, ever grew up feeling like nobody else knew what they were going through, ever messed up in school, cutting class, doing whatever they did, feeling like nobody related. If you knew what my life was like, you seen a nightmare searching in my past, man. Made too many bright years, hellfire touched my heart. I said a light tear, had to carry knives to school. They wouldn't fight fair, living in the hood ain't a thing to brag about. They wouldn't if they found the right way to dash out. It's like rapping and beef, all the drugs are so round. Unless you too deep up in the belly, get trapped now. The liquor store first thing open on Sunday. My neighborhood seen a lot of midday gunplay. Maybe top of the line, who say some say I'm breathing life back into a body that decayed. The fame and respect is cool. A man after rules. People be hating cause they wanna be guilty, but I be in my zone and I ain't holding grown, but I got dreams and malice trying to take over my zone. I know. From the stage to the mic to the door, follow along cause this is how it goes. From a rookie to a vet to a pro, and they say that the fame bring foes. Why is that? Cause of what the people chose. Got a name so they think I got dough. Gotta dance to the people who you know. This is everything I know. You couldn't step up to the plate when you could, but you catch the hood right in your face. What you get, don't nobody wanna stay in their place. I breathe in, hope for the hate, retaliate with the weight. The advantage I take is full of surprises. The thugs walk around rocking many disguises. People that never save us, truly the wisest. I guess that this is why the jealous despise us. I'm from a city of it, accounting your risk. But thieves and murderers walk the deadliest strip. And you can catch your bone from the prettiest chick. Slip a portion off of your wrist. The latter ribs a gift. The best is drinking the fifth to calm my nerves. Shouldn't be, or my mind can't avoid that urge. Dwelling in rhymes, my mind can't enjoy these words. The people diss me, these motherfuckers got the nerve. Everything I know. From the switch to the mic to the door, follow along cause this is how it goes. From a rookie to a vet to a pro, and they say that the fame bring foes. Why is cause of what the people chose. Got a name so they think I got dough. Got an X so the people want more. This is everything I know. Trying not be in the drama a lot. I made it easier but not being infused with the plot. And street life, they be feel like I'll be wasting the clock. The guns click, people get shot, they shit hot, get caught, locked in a cell, plays and slam shut. And even people with reps, you checked and hand tough. I disrespect the best, haters is so tough. And wouldn't understand why they grind is so rough. Yup, they fuck in the air on New Year's Eve. Only time the bodies get dropped, they don't bleed. The violence is something to break for all I breathe. Robin Hood lives on my block, got bad seeds. Talking outside, but I ain't talking six to weed. Talking next pills, meth, baby, wouldn't believe. Reality, we locked in the box, can't get free. And they've been trying that for years, but can never achieve. From the stage to the mic to the door, follow along cause this is how it goes. From a rookie to a vet to a pro, and they say that the fame bring foes. Why is that? Cause of what the people chose. Got a name so they think I got dough. Got an X so the people want more. Cause this is everything I know. Just let that ride out.
Give it up for Access Immortal. Next up, we're gonna have our next performer. Are you all ready? Next up is Stephanie Lexis. She's a singer, songwriter, actress from New Jersey. When she isn't writing music for herself, she's writing for other artists. Lexis is currently working on her debut EP, Ruins of My Heart, and is embarking on her first tour this summer. Get out your phones and start tweeting or Instagramming her, Stephanie Lexis.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Stuck in the reverse. When the tears come streaming down your face. When you want something you can't replace. When you want something but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. From high up above or down below. When you're too in love to let it go. But if you never try, you'll never know just what you're worth. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Tears stream down your face when you want something you cannot replace. Tears stream down your face now. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
Stephanie Lexis. Give it up for her. How are you all feeling? So right now I want to talk about ways to start a conversation about suicide. Some examples. I have been feeling concerned about you lately. Or recently I've noticed some differences in you and wondered how you're doing. Or I wanted to check in with you because you haven't seen yourself lately. I mean, look, we're living in a time and an age where we're so busy and wrapped in ourselves, and it's difficult to even make a phone call sometimes. We're always texting each other, and sometimes it's not enough. So these are just helpful ways to reach out to a friend or a loved one if you notice that they're not really being themselves. Some questions that you can ask, because oftentimes we don't know how to communicate with somebody who's not being themselves. When did you begin feeling like this? Did something happen that made you start feeling this way? How can I best support you right now? Have you thought about getting help? A lot of times I see people even posting on Facebook, and I think Facebook even released a new project where if you notice somebody is posting like depressing things or depressing thoughts that I've already discussed, like, oh, nothing's going my way and everybody, life is just horrible, you can actually select an option and it'll send them a message to ask them, are you feeling okay? Are you feeling depressed? And engage in a discussion and actually help them get help. You may not believe in it now, but the way you're feeling will change. I may not be able to understand exactly how you feel, but I care about you and want to help. When you want to give up, tell yourself you will hold off for just one more day, hour, minute, whatever you can manage. Ask if she or he is thinking about suicide. Be willing to listen, allow expressions of feelings, accept the feelings. Be non-judgmental. Don't debate whether suicide is right or wrong, or feelings are good or bad. Don't lecture on the value of life. Are you all ready for the next musicians? I'm really excited about these two guys. One of them lives in Albany and came down for this, so I appreciate that, Sachin and Roon are members of the band Eventually Epic. They are full-time research scientists by day and aspiring musicians by night. Not so aspiring. They're amazing. You can Facebook them at Eventually Epic. Let's give it up for Sachin and Roon.
उड़ने लगा क्यों मन बावला रे आया कहाँ से ये हौसला रे उड़ पिया भी तो आए नहीं बाज यहाँ है साजिश में शामिल सारा जहाँ है हर जर्रे जर्रे की ये
Give it up for Sachin and Roon. Right now I want to introduce our next musician. Are you all ready? Rorie Kelly is a small red-headed tornado of song. Her aggressive acoustic style and powerhouse vocals often cause listeners to say, I can't believe that sound came out of that body. You can Instagram her or Facebook her, Rorie Kelly, and she's also RorieKelly.com. Here she is.
Time won't do it alone. You gotta learn to hear yourself. Look into the mirror, don't wait for someone else. You gotta wanna talk to yourself like your best friend. You gotta take yourself in hand. The future is now, don't wait it leaving you to your dragons? Dragons ain't so bad, they sail into the sun. Come on, princess, gotta shine until the sun's shining, but your eyes are gray. Don't give it away. Go on, take some for yourself. Babe, you know you do it so well. You know how to treat somebody right. Even the people you don't like, you give them too much time, and then you wonder why you turn your gray eyes on your sweet beating heart. Doesn't she deserve a new start?
Helping a suicidal person yet again. Here are some more tips. Get professional help. Do everything in your power to get a suicidal person the help he or she needs. Call a crisis line for advice and referrals. Encourage the person to see a mental health professional. Help locate a treatment facility or take them to a doctor's appointment. Follow up on treatment. If the doctor prescribes medication, make sure your friend or loved one takes it as directed. Be aware of possible side effects, and be sure to notify the physician if the person seems to be getting worse. It often takes time and persistence to find the medication or therapy that's right for a particular person. Be proactive. Those contemplating suicide often don't believe they can be helped, so you may have to be more proactive at offering assistance. Saying, "Call me if you need anything," is too vague. Don't wait for the person to call you or even to return your calls. Drop by, call again, invite the person out. Encourage positive lifestyle changes, such as a healthy diet, plenty of sleep, and getting out in the sun or into nature for at least 30 minutes each day. Exercise is also extremely important as it releases endorphins, relieves stress, and promotes emotional well-being. You all ready for the next performer? Yeah! Moriah, Skye. I waited so y'all could give it up for her. She's a singer-songwriter from the Bronx. BX, baby. Who promotes love and positivity in her music. She released her first album titled Love and Music last year and performs it in New York City to spread her message. You can find her at Moriah Skye, that's skye.com, and take out your phones because you can tweet her, Instagram her, or Facebook her right now at Moriah, M-O-R-I-H, Skye, S-K-Y-E. Here she comes. Up.
Old pirates, yes, they ride by, sold out from the merchant ships. Minutes after they took Guy from the bottomless pit, but my hands were made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. So won't you help to sing? songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None of ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Yeah, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. So won't you help to sing, hey, these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had was redemption songs. Redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Yeah, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. So won't you help to sing, hey, these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had was redemption songs. Redemption songs. Hey, these songs of freedom. These songs of freedom. Oh, yeah. Emancipate yourself. Thank you.
Moriah, Skye. And we're moving right along to the next performer. Are y'all ready? Are you all ready? Marcus Allen Banks is a singer-songwriter and producer from Brooklyn. He is currently promoting his EP, If I Were, which is available on iTunes. You can Facebook him, Marcus Allen Banks. You guys are in for a treat. Let's go.
We might be 1,000 miles apart, and it's likely that someone stole your heart, and it's nightly that I confess my love, and entirely realistic that it's not enough. I know they said we're too young, but what they know about our love is so true. Love is so true when you're in my heart. It's in your back here with me, where you belong. The real live memories, and we can pick up where we left off. Just you and me, and I can take you by the hand. I'll take you anywhere with see. I'm still in love, still in love, still in love back for me. I'm still in love, still in love, still in love back for me. I'm still in love, still in love, still in love back for me. I'm still in love, still in love, still in love back for me. I hurt you, I know that much is true. If you let me, I'd like to show you something new, another side of me that you ain't seen before. I'll be devoted, and you'll never want for more. I know they said we're too young, but take you by the hand, I'll take you anywhere. You'll see I'm still in love, still in love, still in love back for me. I'm still in love, still in love, still in love back for me. I'm still in love, still in love, still in love back for me. I'm still in love, still in love, still in love back for me.
Everybody. Let's give it up. I want to talk more about how to help a suicidal person. You can make a safety plan. You can help the person develop a set of steps that he or she promises to follow during a suicidal crisis. It should identify any triggers that may lead to a suicidal crisis, such as an anniversary of a loss, alcohol, or stress from relationships. Also include contact numbers for the person's doctor or therapist, as well as friends and family members who will help in an emergency. If the person is likely to take an overdose, keep medications locked away or give out only as the person needs them. And most importantly, continue your support over the long haul, even after the immediate suicidal crisis has passed. Stay in touch with the person, periodically checking in or dropping by. Your support is vital to ensure your friend or loved one remains on the recovery track. Often a person will make it seem like everything is okay, that the crisis has passed. And really that is another spectrum of the manic behavior. So we have to really keep our eye on it. Jacob Pressley and Rebecca Ruttle are going to do a medley of songs together. Jacob has a BFA in theater from Cornish College of the Arts in Seattle. Since graduating, he's explored everything from clowning to commercials, but mostly he enjoys collaborating with colleagues. You can Facebook, Instagram, or tweet him right now at Working Actor Studio. Rebecca is a musical theater performer. She also volunteers for A Slice of Hope and Working Actor Studio. In her free time, she loves going on long runs and making awesome treats. You can Instagram at Ruttle. Subtle Rebuttal on Instagram, and she's also on Facebook as Rebecca Ruttle. Are you guys ready? Here's some musical theater for you all.
All right, I'm gonna tell you a little story first. We're gonna start out here.
Sound up a little bit.
It started with the wine.
The wine.
The wine. Shopping for a bottle to bring to her cousin's soiree.
My cousin, the sous chef, she's very gourmet.
I grabbed my favorite Cabernet.
He's got no clue, and so I say, darling, the wine.
The wine?
The wine! They're serving monkfish, so darling, the wine can't be red. How about this Austrian Riesling instead?
Honey, you know I don't like the Riesling. When have you ever seen me drink Riesling?
Never, but can't you listen this once? Red wine and fish, you'll look like a dunce.
Fine, I'll bring the red, you bring the white. That way I'll still get drunk, you'll still be right.
Fine.
Fine.
And then there was the cab.
The cab.
The cab was stuck in traffic in the middle of Broadway. 10 minutes we wait.
We're 12 blocks away and we're already late.
I point out there'd be no delay if we could just turn that away.
Honey, the cab.
The cab.
The cab was pointed squarely down Broadway. I know you're concerned, but your cousin's on Broadway, so why have we turned?
Darling, I know my cousin's on Broadway, but there was lots of traffic on Broadway.
Surely, but now in my own defense, we're farther away, which doesn't make sense.
Fine, driver, please stop here if you would. I think walking would do us both some good.
Fine.
Fine.
Fine. We don't say anything as we're walking down Broadway. It's like I'm walking next to a stranger. I have that feeling more and more like I don't even know her. Oh, it's cold and we're still in a hurry.
I'm not gonna stop and I'm not gonna worry.
We'll be fine. And then it starts to rain.
My hair starts to drip, my shoes are a mess, my bag's getting wet, so is my dress.
I love the rain, how everything shimmers.
Waking up, we've got no umbrella.
It dots her hair like morning dew. Suddenly I start to think of the day when I first met her. The bucket of snow had landed in her hair. I picture her shake the snowflakes off her shoulders. And somehow I want to get us back to there. I want her to know that I can't bear to spend a single day without her. But how can she know? How can she know?
Shit! My shoe! Damn it! This is really fantastic. No, really absurd. And what? You just stand there and don't say a word. Fine, I'm gonna go. We're late for my cousin. God help the soul who's late for my cousin. You can stay put if you're out in the rain, but don't leave it up to me to explain. Give me the wine, don't take all day. Fine then, bring it yourself, your Cabernet. Jesus.
Shut up, Claire, and marry me.
Fine. What? That was just something a little lighthearted, an introduction to music theater. Next we're going to be singing In Whatever Time We Have from Children of Eden. So when we were chosen for this, we found out that we were going to be doing 2 duets. So we chose this song because the whole message is that together we can do anything. And you know, if nothing else, we have each other. And we thought that that was a really good message for this event.
Woo!
In whatever time we have, for as long as we are living, we can face whatever comes. If we face it now as one, I could make it on my own. Let me know that I don't have to. No one really wants to be alone. In whatever time we have, if at times we are afraid, with so little to believe in, it's alright to feel afraid. I will hold you in the dark. All we know for sure is this: though the world could end tomorrow, you and I will be together in whatever time we have.
For as long as we live,
We know life can be a battlefield, but we won't run and we won't yield. You'll be my fortress and I will be your shield. No one really wants to be alone in whatever time we have.
there are times I've been afraid in a world that's so uncertain, and I feel your hand in mine, and there's courage in my heart.
100 years, or the world could end tomorrow, but we know we'll be together in whatever time. From this day forward, nights won't seem so black. From this day forward, we will never look back. In whatever time we have, we will make the most of time. And we'll be together in
Let's give it up for Rebecca and Jacob. Musical theater, amazingness. We're gonna get some more of Sachin and Roon right now. Are y'all ready to bring them back?
Rah, 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 come on, ga, ga, ooh la la. Won't you be romance, rah, 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 Roma, ga, ga, ooh la la. Won't you be romance? I want your ugly, I want your disease. I want your everything as long as it's free. I want your love. Love, 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 I want your love. I want your drama, the touch of your hand. I want your leather studded kiss in the sand. I want your love. Love, 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 I want your love. I want your ugly, I want your revenge. You and me, we ride a bad romance. I want your everything, your lover's revenge. You and me, we ride a bad romance. Oh, gone in a bad romance. Oh, gone in a bad romance. Sing it, rah, 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 won't you be romance? Now and then I think of all the times you screwed me around. But in me believing it was always something that I'd done. And I don't wanna live that way, reading into every word you say. You said that you would let it go, and I wouldn't catch you hung up on somebody that I used to know. Did it ever cut me out? Make out like it never happened, and though we were nothing. I don't even need love. Treat me like a stranger, and it feels so right. Didn't have to stoop so low. Make your friends collect your records and then change your number. Yes, I didn't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Don't you ever say I'll just walk.
Right now, actually, I skipped somebody because I turned my page, my index card, too early. Right now, we're bringing up somebody that I love, and she's beautiful. Recently interviewed her on International Women Artists Salon for Salon Radio. I hope you guys are a part of that Facebook group, and you can find one of our sponsors online. They have a radio show called Salon Radio where we interview female artists of all kinds. She was recently on it. This is Stephanie Lexis.
I'll stay.
Do you hear it? Yes. All right. So who wants to hear a Christmas song in April? Do you know why I'm playing a Christmas song? Because it's the only original song I know how to play on the ukulele. So this is a Christmas song I wrote with my mother. And it's called Under the Mistletoe, and it is really, really cheeky, so please bear with me, okay?
That makes me happy.
Yes, and also, I'm like I said, I have a background in musical theater, so I sort of want to write a Broadway musical one day. So to the people who sang musical theater, you know, maybe one day we'll figure something out. All right. Okay, so this is called Under the Mistletoe. Underneath the mistletoe, I'm waiting for the perfect bow to plant one on my lips or on my cheek. It has been my Christmas wish, a kiss would make the perfect gift for a charming girl like me. It's in every woman's plan to get smooched under a green plant, so Santa bring him down your chimney. Under the mistletoe, under the mistletoe is where we'll make memories. Under the mistletoe, under the mistletoe, my Christmas fantasy. Santa, I have done my best. I came here with the freshest breath. I put mints in my pocket just in case. When he leans in for a kiss, I'll be filled with so much bliss, puckered up in my new red lipstick. And if it's not too much trouble, I hope that kiss leads to snuggles, curled up in front of the fireplace. Under the mistletoe, under the mistletoe is where we'll make memories. Under the mistletoe, under the mistletoe, my Christmas fantasy. Ooh, under the mistletoe. I've been waiting far too long, long enough to write this song. Did no one get the memo? Next time I'll do so much better. I'll even leave home my ugly Christmas sweater. For once, this season, underneath the mistletoe, I'm waiting for the perfect bow to plant one on my lips or on my cheek. It has been my Christmas wish, a kiss would make the perfect gift for a patient girl like me. Under the mistletoe, under the mistletoe, to bring me Christmas cheer. Under the mistletoe, under the mistletoe, I'll try again next year. Ooh, under the mistletoe.
Right now we're gonna bring up the powerhouse, Rorie Kelly.
If you teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gon' fly. If you let her sing, she gon' fly away. If you teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gon' fly. If you let her sing, she gon' fly away. You think you got it, cage of brass and a lock and a key. You think she's too dumb to set herself free, but the fact that you're locking her up shows you're the dummy. You think you're all conscious. You gotta control just to get your kicks. And the fact that you like it up shows you're the dummy. And if you would teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. If you would teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. Singing is 50% confidence. When I'm confident, I'll be content just to hang around, be a pretty little plaything. And you try to pretend it's the way that I am, that I'm built this way just to want to please. But I got some ideas of my own that don't include you. 'Cause I see sky out my window. The sun is rising, 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 just like I will. 'Cause I see sky out my window. The sun is rising, 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 just like I will. If you teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gon' fly. If you let her sing, she gon' fly away. If you teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gon' fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away, away, away. Woo! Woo!
Next up is the melodic, velvety voice, Marcus Allen Banks.
Rags to riches, looking rich in my new clothes, making mad money and my riches are made of gold. Rags to riches, looking rich in my new clothes, making mad money and my honeys are sweet, I know. Looking back, I'm thinking what I could have stole to do my part and pull my weight in a single pair of clothes. I'm looking down, I recognize a brand new pair of shoes. I open the refrigerator, I ain't got no food, but ancient history, my memories are faded fast. Buy tickets to my show, yeah, they sell out fast. Reaching the freezer in my pockets would never like that. Go to bed and I just thinking, no, no, no. I was razor in my pockets would never like that. Go to bed and I just thinking, no. Rags to riches, looking shit in my new clothes, making mad money and my riches all made of gold. Rags same old shit through a different pair of eyes. Keep looking at my coattails, baby, get a bit of mine. No component for my capture, baby, get back in line. I was razor in my pockets were never lined. I go to bed and I just thinking, no, no, no. I was razor in my pockets were never lined. I go to bed and I just thinking, no. Rags are riches, looking at shit in my new clothes, making that money in my riches all paid in gold. Rags to riches, looking at shit in my new clothes. I got mad honeys in my riches all made of gold. And if I lose it all, I'll still have my soul. And when it comes back around, I'll be the same because it's not lost, and I'll be found.
Thank you.
My sweet child, let me speak life into your heart. I know that you've been crying, let me wipe your tears. My sweet child, there's something in this world that makes me smile like you. I wanna see you smiling too. My sweet love, with its fire burning in my soul, I know that I should let you know you're the light in my life. My sweet love, there's something in this world that makes me shine like you. I wanna see you shining too. And when they tell you you won't survive, rise up and know you're true. Cause you were born to change the world. You were born to change the world. And when they try to bring you down, remember you're a queen. Remember what you mean to me. Remember you were meant to be. And smile 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 and smile. Don't let them change you. Don't let them steal your joy. Stand tall and know you're worth it tomorrow. May your sorrows disappear. May your heart find peace and your mind see clear. May your heart find peace and your mind see clear. Oh, yeah, it's hard. No one said it would be easy. You fall 1,000 times before a lesson's learned. It's true, you are not alone. There's no one in this world that
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Listen to the words. Things have changed since I was born. We done been through a hell of a storm. It wasn't war, we survivors. Ready to fight, let's get it on. Between living right and wrong in my conscience, I was on. But I raised up, had to go against my bad luck. And where I'm from, everybody learned to duck. Cause the shots do fly, and you will get touched. Police and riot gear come around for what? Not to protect the citizens, no, we black. Looking at us all like we all addicted to crack. Don't reach for not a day, cause they think an attack. That's how they plus 41 in Diablo's back. And it's like that, let the spot over before dark. The gangs turn your heart black, give you a head start. To make it out the war to the steps of the matrix. The people always gamble with your life like pick six. And that's how it be in my neighborhood. It's the same old shit of the ghetto. And that's how it be in my neighborhood. And you know, that's how it be in my neighborhood. It's the same old shit of the ghetto. And that's how it be in the neighborhood. Real shit, now the hood is filled with white folks. We can't afford to stay anymore, we too pro. From above they know how to take, kill hope. That's why they let us flood the neighborhood with mad dope. The red sky high tenants living infested. Old man be going after kids molesters. Tell a little time and they wanna arrest us. And never notify you about the sex offenders. The everyday life that we living should be a fairy tale. Some be hearing our stories and say it wasn't real. I'm saying it's the real deal like Holyfield. With teenagers are OD from popping pills. And girls living that grown life and sugar hill sliding with a dude. Cause he frontin' like he work for mail. Not knowing that pit dude will get you killed. Listen to the words cause the ignorant never bill. And that's how it be in my neighborhood. It's the same old chill in the ghetto. And that's how it be in my neighborhood. It goes, you know, that's how it be in the neighborhood. It's the same old chill in the ghetto. And that's how it be in the neighborhood. When Katrina hit the south, I was feeling the pain. And it wasn't hard trying to figure who we should blame. I remember Ground Zero when the president came. With a face like whatever cause it had no shame. And they wonder why we militant, running with gang ties. Ain't no politician about to puppet our damn lives. Pressure is brutality, broken and can't rise. Got us rolling cracks, we just won't stay guys. Education away below the levels of average. Growing up too often, living in savage. Skills of survival, they gotta get mastered. Cause we be getting knocked till we right back at it. Turning on the news is until of the downfall. Things that seem to happen on the regular, so wrong. See the future clear without holding an 8-ball. They trying to see us home without a trace go AWOL. And that's how it be in my neighborhood. It's the same old tale of the ghetto. And that's how it be in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood, I'm like, you know, that's how it be in the neighborhood. It's the same old tale of the ghetto. And that's how it be in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood, yeah. You get that?
Are you all ready for the opera power of the night? It's time for Bianca. She's actually going to be doing Glitter and Be Gay, which was made famous by Kristen Chenoweth. It's actually a musical theater song, but it has so many elements of opera in it. The only type of song that... Do you all know who Kristen Chenoweth is? Yeah. Yeah, she was the one from Wicked who won all those Tonys and continues to do so. Bianca is going to be doing that song. Give it up for her.
In my heart, break it. Force to glitter. Force to be gay. Glitter, be gay. That's the part I play. Here I am in Paris, France. Forced to bend my soul to a certain groove, victimized by bitter circumstance. And this for me that I remain beside my lady mother, Observe how bravely I could
off tonight, Andefekt. Give it up for Andefekt.
Everybody coming together tonight, 'cause you're gonna have the time of your life, and we gonna party, party, everybody tonight. Let's go! Everybody coming together tonight, 'cause you're gonna have the time of your life, and we gonna party, everybody tonight. We having fun, no stress tonight. You only live one time, so we gon' make this night last forever, forever. Having fun, no stress tonight. You only live one time, so we gon' make this happen forever, forever, forever. Show me love, no need to fight. You only live one time, so we gon' make this night last forever. whoa,